Alright, so we have to cross the calm lands and get to Mount Gagazet. We could take a chocobo to get across this, but that requires, like, training the chocobo. And also, you don't get encounters, I don't believe, so we want to actually get encounters. These things are going to kill me, aren't they? No? Okay. We want to actually get encounters because we need to do some grinding before the next boss shows up. The next boss can be difficult, but I don't think I'll have any trouble with it.
What next?
I want to say that I've already done most of the actual grinding that's required. Like, I have basically everything I need. I think I need a little bit more on Titus, though, because I don't have Haste Guy yet. Also, you know, these would be the, what are these, the Aras? The Agas. Those would be nice. Those would be nice to get. Hey, we finally got Mug. And I mean, Haste Guy, whatever. He's right there, so. Can't say I'm too worried about it. So let us continue onwards. I know that the videos didn't go out over the weekend. I was at a wedding where I got it was definitely an interesting wedding. I learned Comrade finally. One of the bridesmaids happened to be an MMA fighter, so I got her to throw me over her shoulder, despite the fact that she was quite small and I'm not compared to her. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I didn't have any backup recordings to fall back on, because I hadn't recorded in a little bit. All I had really done was like that blitzball stuff, and I think that might have been like a week ago. I can't remember when I did all the blitzball, but it was a while ago. We could go to Requiem Temple as well, but I don't really think I need to, honestly. I mean, you get a bunch of, it's basically just a bunch of fights for Aeons, and I can't even do all of them just yet. So it would just kind of be doing it for some materials to upgrade my Aeons, but I don't think Aeons really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. There's also a little race there you can do, and the race gets you something that I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Could do Monster Arena as well, but Monster Arena is quite difficult and requires a lot of preparation. And I mean, outside of getting, like, I think it's Yuna's Celestial Weapon you need to do Monster Arena for. Outside of that and getting, I guess, I'm pretty sure you get XP from it. It's not really all that worth it, unless you're trying to farm to beat the Dark Aeons. Oh, she's got her auto whatever thing on, which is sweet. I'm pretty sure this is Monster Arena. Let me just double check. You also have to have killed every, or kill, is it killed or seen? Can't remember. It's either killed every monster in every area, or seen every monster in every... What do you... Okay. What are you doing, Titus? Just dying on me, huh, buddy? Well... Well. At least she auto-antidotes. That's nice. But I do kind of need, you know, to not keep taking so much damage from these things. They hurt quite a lot. I don't know why they would give you a boss without a save sphere right before it. I'm pretty sure they don't do that, so... We should definitely have a save sphere right before the boss coming up. But let's do some healing anyways. Get him more HP. It's always nice. Oh, I have some more. Just what he needs, more strength. I'm just double checking, honestly, that this is Monster Arena. I think Monster Arena has a save sphere, so. We could play a Blitzball. I'm not gonna, I promise, I won't do that. If you watched the Blitzball episodes that I put up, you'll know why I'm not going to do that. I won't make you suffer through such things. Although that tournament does have Waka's Overdrive that I really want, so one of these days I'll do it. She is officially faster than Titus, huh? Interesting. Just mostly using these fights to basically get everyone some SP, XP, whatever it's called. Another reason I haven't been keeping up to date with this game is because Divinity Original Sin 2 came out, and I am a huge fan of CRPGs and D&D in general, so I have been playing that. Let me actually double check really quickly. Yeah, I have like 45 hours in that. And that's considering the fact that I went to a wedding over the weekend and wasn't home for like 3 days to play, is pretty impressive. I believe the game came out like, I don't know, like a week ago maybe? So yeah, I've been doing a little bit of that, maybe. Just a little bit. That game is amazing. I'm trying, I have the old CDs for Neverwinter. I believe, let me check my shelf. Yeah, for Neverwinter Nights. Plus the expansion. I'm trying to figure out how to get those to run on my computer, since they're super old. They don't run on Windows 7. So I'm trying to find a way to get that to work. And if I do, I'll probably start doing a playthrough of that. Although I probably should find some games that aren't so dialogue heavy, so I can actually do some commentary or something. But until then, whatever, I'll just keep playing RPGs, because I freaking love RPGs. In case the fact that my other save file has like 60 hours in it, and I've played like 50-something hours of a game that just came out, doesn't tip you off. A lot of people are calling for it to basically be like Game of the Year, Game of the Century, best RPG since Baldur's Gate. Another game that I want to try and play because I played, I think it was maybe it was Baldur's Gate 2. I don't know. My older brother was really into CRPGs as well back in the day. I don't know if he is so much anymore. I don't think he really plays games much anymore. Back in the day, he was huge into them. Back in like middle school, high school. So he played a lot of Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate. I played it as well, but I didn't really understand it because I was younger back in those days. Back in my youngin' days. But that's, you know, where I got that in this as well. Obviously, this is why I'm playing this game first. This is probably my favorite RPG of basically ever. Hence why it's the first video series I've put on my channel in like 7 years or something. I have been very inactive on YouTube. I used to have people watch my videos, and then I took a 7-year break. And that doesn't really do good things for basically any form of business, you know? Especially not in an entertainment business. Not at the size I was at. Like, I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know actually. I guess that'd be an interesting topic of conversation. Like, if PewDiePie, who I believe is the biggest YouTuber at the moment, if PewDiePie took, like, not 7's excessive. If PewDiePie took, like, a 3-year break, like, no posts for 3 years, and then came back and started just posting his normal stuff again, would he still be popular? Or would people have moved on? I wonder. Maybe I shouldn't have brought up PewDiePie. I know he's got some controversy going on with some heated gaming moments that he had playing PUBG, another game that has been consuming my life.
Farewell.
Because I also really like shooters, which is why I'm also trying to get my original Call of Duty 2 CDs to run on Windows 8. Not Windows 8, Windows 7. What Windows do I have? I don't know. I mean, leave a comment if you have any idea how to get them to work. I might just need to, like, get a virtual machine or something to run, like, Windows 98 or Windows 2. No, there wasn't Windows 2000. Was it Windows Me? Can't remember what Windows they had back then. I think it was 98. It probably runs on 98. I'll figure it out though, one way or another, because I really do like those games and I want to play through them. Those games pretty much. I went to a summer camp that was like a creative arts program, and there was a class where it was, you know, summer camp very loosely in the word of what people think of a summer camp. It wasn't like an overnight camp or anything. It was just like basically a daycare, honestly. I'm actually still friends with the teacher to this day, but there was a class where we played D&D. That was the class. Like, it was a summer camp where you had classes every day. You know, you'd have, like, get there at 8 a.m. or whatever, have, you know, one class for like an hour and a half, another class for an hour and a half, have lunch, you know, etc., until 5 o'clock when people got off work, parents got off work, they could come pick you up. But there was a class that I learned to play D&D in, because, I mean, that was the class. It was playing D&D. And I loved it. It was great. And I guess that stems from really enjoying RPGs to begin with, so I guess going back to like the roots of RPGs, back to, you know, the tabletop pen and paper RPG, the original, the D&D. This is not what I wanted to see. I did not want to get ambushed by a Malboro. Please don't bad breath me. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. That's where I learned how to play D&D. That's why I love games like this so much. Because it was all around the same time that I was playing this, and
your pain shall be twofold.
that I was playing this and learning how to play D&D. All around, like, roughly middle school. Can I blind this thing? But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make, I guess, doesn't exist because I have no idea what I'm saying. But, basically I really love RPGs in pretty much any form, and I'm happy that Divinity 2 is doing so well and getting such good reviews. He doesn't actually hit for any damage, neat. Because it, you know, I think CRPGs are a great franchise, and a great genre. They're not a franchise. And, it's, you know, like, since this is gonna be awful. This is the worst attack in the game. It's a genre that hasn't really been around as much since the height of it, with, like, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter. I think past that, mostly, like, everything went to MMOs. I think MMOs, like, took over the CRPG genre, because it gave people, you know, like an RPG to play, but with their friends, instead of just a single player. I mean, I know that Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate had multiplayers, but they weren't super refined. I think WoW took a lot of the people who were playing those games. Me included, I played more WoW than I'd like to admit. But I'm glad to see them making a resurgence. Divinity's gotten, I mean, I think, like, even its, like, Metacritic rating is top 10 of all time or some nonsense. Lots of posts on Reddit raving about it. Obviously it has its flaws, as with any game, you know. I don't think that a flawless game exists in any shape or form, you know. And if anyone tells you that it does, they're just, it's blatant fanboyism at that point. Like, I love this game to death. It's one of my favorite games of, like, ever, but it's not perfect. It's very, very far from perfect. It has a lot of issues with it. Like this right here, bad breath. Bad breath is an issue with it. They are all confused. This is going to be very, very bad unless one of them breaks it. So now we just watch as the Marlboro destroys me because bad breath is ridiculous. Can you snap out of your confusion? Someone? So I can switch to Yuna? I mean, Orin's broken it, but of course, you know, it's gotta be my slowest character who's going to die to poison. Christ. It's only at half HP. Neat. Who goes next? The monster. Lulu might be dead. I should have done it on Waka because he's gonna one-shot her right now. Okay, or she's just actually a god. That works too. Yeah, these things are, have I stolen from it yet? I believe I opened up with stealing from. That was a waste. I should have just cured. I didn't realize she had actually no HP. Where is her HP? Is she that squishy? I don't remember her, like, severely lacking HP like this. Evade encounter, showing us why it's amazing. Let me just double check. I'm gonna mug, because it does damage. Okay, so I have not mugged it yet. Nice hit. Solid stuff. So we're gonna have to do some...
As you wish.
Shoot. That was really... I forgot he had poison. Oh, what am I doing with my life right now? How could I be so blind? How could I forget about poison? So, yeah. If we've learned anything from this fight, it's that I still hate Marlboros. Both the creature in Final Fantasy and the cigarettes, I guess. Is there anything else named Marlboro in existence? Who knows? This is just, I mean, bad breath is a bad skill. Bad breath should just not exist. Yeah. On my other save file, you have to... So, I was talking about the monster arena earlier. To unlock the monster arena, basically you have to I think it's see and defeat every monster in every zone. And then it unlocks, like, boss monsters that you can fight. And you have to do that for Yuna's Celestial Weapon. Or Celestial Weapon? Ultimate Weapon? Whatever. And so you have to beat everything. And then there's... I want to say it's something in the Calm Lands that you farm. It might be the, It's not the cactus people. It's the dudes with the lanterns that I can't remember the name of. Because they give so much SP, and I think you can steal something from them that you use to make limit break weapons, if I remember correctly. There's some reason that you're in the Calm Lands a lot, farming. And this right here is one of the reasons that I really dislike. Like, I actually stopped playing that save file because, dear God, Marlboros are the worst. Later on, I think you can get fights with multiple Marlboros at once. I believe there's like a double Marlboro fight once you're like inside of Sin. Spoilers. Once you're inside Sin. And by gosh golly, is it awful. There are probably worse enemies in video game history than Marlboros, but I think they definitely rank up there. If you were to do like a list, like a, you know, I'm not gonna, there are YouTube channels that do lists exclusively, and that's all they do, and I'm sure you know what they are. I'm sure you've seen some of them on your recommended list, like we all have. There are lists of, hopefully they have like top 10 worst enemies in games. Marlboros better be at least top 5, is all I'm saying. Or else their list is just awful, and they should rethink their list-making skills.